So here we are in the middle of summer. A lot of people drive all over the place. They were paying $2.15 a liter for gas. Now it's around $1.65, $1.70. Is it going to get cheaper? Dan McTeague knows all about it. He joins me right now. Answer the question, please.
Yeah.
Is it going to get cheaper?
It is going to get cheaper. It shouldn't be getting cheaper. It should be getting a lot more expensive, given the fundamentals. There's no supply, and supply is dwindling, and we're heading into winter. Where
wait a second, though. You're saying supply is dwindling. I mean, the gas companies have huge profits.
Sure, and they always make profits when you have governments and the big banks and everyone saying no more investment in oil. Don't reinvest your money in future oil to replace the oil you're using today. So they're saying, yeah, no problem. You're making us rich. We'll keep the cash and we'll give it to our shareholders. And that, unfortunately, is an example of what green policy is doing. It's making the wrong people rich.
So in the summertime, you're saying it's going to go down a little bit more. And then, is it going to rise again?
It should have gone up in August. It didn't. We're looking at the fall before it starts going back up. And the reason it's going to go back up is because fundamentals. Yes, you can talk about recession. Yes, you can talk about lockdowns in China. Yes, you can talk about concerns about the Fed raising interest rates. The problem is that from September until about May, you need gasoline. It's not a question of going on the road and seeing your parents and driving around. You need more fuel. Diesel, jet fuel. And remember, Russia has turned off the taps to Europe. They're going to need more diesel, they're going to need more oil to burn, and they're going to need more coal. All those prices are going to go through the roof. Watch your natural gas go up as well as the price of gasoline.
So then why, I know you're the gas expert, not a bank expert, but it just strikes me, why are the banks raising the interest rates if in fact it's going to be more dear?
Well, I think the banks are responding to what revelation our Tiff Macklin gave a couple of weeks ago when he said, I can't understand why the Canadian dollar is 130 pennies to buy a US dollar. Why is it not responding to the higher oil prices? Why isn't it responding to my higher interest rates? Guess what, folks? It has everything to do with the fact that there's no interest in Canada. And by that I mean capital coming inflow into the country.
No one's going to invest in Canada because they'll get ripped off.
So, well, they will. But more importantly, or better yet, the government's simply going to raise interest rates because we have artificial inflation being caused by a weak Canadian dollar. And that is directly linked to not building enough pipelines in this country.
But you know, as a result of our Prime Minister, it's all going to work itself out.
Yes, it will work itself out as long as they can continue to purchase votes and support from people and continue printing money in this country. I think it's going to stop eventually because sooner or later, one of the bond rating agencies is going to call the government on its massive debt that's unsustainable. The irony is the federal government is actually holding on to its financial wherewithal because of the dearness of our oil. The fact that we're getting 4 million barrels of oil into the U.S. market, despite the green organizations, alarmists, catastrophists who have been trying to hog-tie our oil sector. Imagine if we could sell 8 million barrels.
Well, we have it to sell, and the Americans want it.
Of course they do. Except
Biden.
And
Europe wants it.
Except Biden, but Europe wants it now. They all want it now. They didn't want it a year ago, and that's the problem. We're looking in the rearview mirror.
It's going to be a tough winter. Thanks very, very much.
And cold.
3 minutes. If you did not know that the red ensign, formerly Canada's flag, has now been labeled by the Canadian government a symbol of hate, and they're sending that to all the students, then press subscribe and PayPal and learn more.